When Japan's capital was moved to Tokyo, many thought Kyoto would crumble. Boy, were they wrong. After 4 days in Tokyo, we said goodbye and embarked on our train to Kyoto at 9 a.m. Getting to Tokyo Station was very chaotic, as I didn't consider how insanely busy public transit would be during rush hour. Long story short, we ended up taking a taxi to the station and ran to our Shinkansen with literally 1 minute to spare. Pro tip, don't do that. This was my first time ever on a high-speed train, and as someone who gets motion sick easily, see day 3, moving at over 140 miles per hour on land was very dizzying. But it made our nearly 300-mile trek to Kyoto only 2.5 hours long. Otherwise known as Heian-kyo, or capital of peace and tranquility, Kyoto became the imperial capital of Japan in 794 after Emperor Kamu decided to move it from Nara, worried that Buddhist monks in Nara were becoming too influential and threatening his power. This Heian period lasted until 1868 when the capital moved to Tokyo. We made it to Kyoto around 11:30, and our first stop was for food at Nishiki Market. Known as Kyoto's Kitchen, the early beginnings of Nishiki Market date back as far as 1200 years ago, though it was officially designated as a wholesale fish market in 1615. Over the centuries, the shop expanded to sell a wide variety of foods. Today, this narrow 5-block stretch includes over 100 shops and restaurants. Most goods are at tourist prices, but everything is locally made and sourced. After perusing our options, we chose a tempura restaurant for lunch, and later found a couple snacks, including a shot of sake for 100 yen and a wagyu skewer. I don't remember how much the skewer was. It was a little pricey, but it was delicious. Then we carried on to the more modern shopping district. I'd been searching for a Nintendo store to get some Animal Crossing merch and was happy to find one nearby. As a final stop for our first Kyoto outing, we got a pick-me-up at a cozy small cafe called Weekender's Coffee, which is inconspicuously located in the back of a parking lot. Then we went to our accommodation and settled in until dinner. After Tokyo became the new capital of Japan, many were worried Kyoto would become obsolete with the loss of its capital status. As a result, the city focused heavily on industry and modernization. In 1890, the city completed the Lake Biwa Canal to bring more water to the renewed ex-capital, leading to hydroelectricity, which powered lighting and the country's first streetcar system in 1895. Unlike many of the country's major cities, Kyoto was largely spared by destructive bombings during World War II, preserving its ancient structures. It's widely considered to be the cultural heart of Japan, containing more than 2,000 temples and shrines, a few of which we explored throughout our 4 days in Kyoto. For dinner, we wandered around the streets near our accommodation and happened upon an udon restaurant called Otonari-san, which ended up being one of my favorite meals during our trip. I got the mentaiko udon noodles with egg and thick sauce topped with chicken tempura, and it was absolutely delicious. With our stomachs pleasantly full, we hit the hay to prep for an early trek to Arashiyama the next day. The full Japan itinerary is available on my blog. Happy traveling and stay tuned for day 6.